You understand what I'm saying? This is the beginning of your mentality. So every man should be being built up first, and I'm gonna show you what into being men first.
Right.
So let's deal with that. Read that 19:4 first.
He that is hasty to give credit.
So whoever is too quick to give somebody credit
is like-minded.
Is a foolish person. So a lot of our daughters have been taught by society to be foolish. By people like Sweetie. Is that her name, Sweetie? Yeah, by Sweetie. By the Cardi B. Cardi B is a liar. She got a whole family at home. And she out there talking about the wop she got and how she don't cook and clean.
Right.
He showed a video of her in the house cooking and cleaning. But she telling our daughters to go out and use your wop to get what you want.
Bring it out.
These are the things that our people are being taught because of the sinful nature that's in us. They know to attack these things because these lusts are already inside of us. You get that? These are the reasons we fell and went on these slave ships. Now, give me Sirach, but give me 37 and 12. So watch this, sis. What type of man are you looking for?
I'm not looking for a man.
Okay, I got you. You're with a man.
I'm with a man, but I wasn't looking for him.
Okay, let me reword it. What type of man would you desire to be a husband? What type of man do you desire?
What type of man do I?
Uh-huh.
First of all, I don't desire a man. I feel like, I don't know, I guess I've already, first of all, I have 2 kids.
Yes.
Different dads.
Okay.
So it's like, when I was in those, I was with one for 4 years, the other for 3.
Okay.
And it just, in the end, it just wasn't, I haven't desired a man in years. I don't.
Understood.
I don't look for a man.
And let me
I feel
ask,
like,
how old are you, sis?
I'm going on 22, I'm 21.
Going on, okay,
And
21.
I feel like I don't desire a man, but I feel like if a man is supposed to be with me and is supposed to love me and be there for me and support me or whatever, I feel like God will send him.
Gotcha.
So until then, I don't desire a man. I'm not looking for one.
Gotcha.
Like me and my boyfriend could break up today, and I would.
So let me ask.
Because I feel like a no is only God saying, okay, this isn't for you.
Gotcha.
And
So
I'm going to send something back.
Hey, Lionel, right? Yeah. Or Lonnie. Do you see a pattern? Christianity taught us just pray to God and he's going to send you what you want.
Not necessarily. Not without putting in work.
Not without putting in work. Good. Read that. 37:12.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 37 and verse 12.
Watch this, sis.
But be continually.
How long?
But be continually.
Meaning always be with
a godly man.
How do we know a godly man, sis? Hold that, 2 Kings. You know what I want. How do we know what is a godly man?
I can't say exactly what a godly man is.
Very good. So you see, when we're talking about these curses, none of this makes sense as to why we're in the condition we're in till we understand first who we are and what happened to us.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? As young people, now don't get it twisted. I didn't know any better than her or any better than you. You understand? It wasn't until I woke up to the truth of who I am and began to learn this Bible, I had to be taught. But once I was taught this Bible, then I began to do things the way that the Bible said to do them. Now I see things happening differently than the way that I used to do and the way that they used to happen.
Right.
Does that make sense to you? The other nations understand that as long as they keep us in this type of mentality where we don't understand and we're confused about it, that we will always stay at the bottom of where we're supposed to be. It was already shown that we are supposed to rule the entire earth. But can we rule the entire earth as baby daddies and baby mamas? Is that supposed to happen? No. No, that's not how it happens.
Well, I'm not making an excuse for it.
Yeah, please don't make no excuse, man.
Going back to what you're saying.
She didn't know. And that's all it is. So the reason that we're out here is to teach people what we're supposed to know. Guess what, though? It matters what you do with it after you know it. You understand? It's application that makes you wise.
Right.
Finish reading it. First King.
This is the book of 1 Kings, chapter 2 and verse 2.
So you know, We're going to touch on what a godly man is, okay? This is going to touch on what godly men, because right now, would you call yourself a man, Lonnie? Are you a man? Are you a man, Keandre? All right, read that.
I go the way of all the earth.
I'm about to die.
Be thou strong, therefore.
So David is telling Solomon, be strong, Solomon. Go ahead.
And show thyself a man.
He said, be strong and be a man. Show to the world that you are a man, Solomon. Right? Read.
And keep the charge of the Lord thy God.
And do what?
To keep the charge of the Lord thy God.
So, Keandre, what does it mean to be a man according to God?
Thank you so much for speaking.
I got you.
I'll be at you guys' church.
Okay, listen to this, sis. Read that from the top again. I want you to tell me what a man is according to the Bible. Read that.
I go the way of all the earth.
So King David says, I'm about to die.
Be thou strong, therefore.
Be strong, Solomon.
And show thyself a man.
And show yourself to be a man. Live and walk like a man. Read.
And keep the charge of the Lord thy God.
And do what?
To keep the charge of the Lord thy God.
Give me that one. Give me emphasis on that one important word. To do what?
To keep the charge.
To keep. Keep. Meaning perform, live by, speak, walk in these. Keep the charge of the Lord thy God. Read.
To walk in all his ways.
To walk in his commandments.
To keep his statutes. And his commandments. And his judgments. And his testimony. As it is written in the law of Moses.
That's what we read in Deuteronomy 28. This is why we had to do them. A man is a male, meaning of genes, not living like an actual male, who is walking in and keeping the commandments of God.
Right.
That's what a man is, sis. A man is somebody that is walking according to the commandments of God.
That's right.
So when you see a man is going to say something more like, how you doing, sis? Shalom. Have a good day. Because a man is not going to try to entice you in any type of a way. If you're amongst the congregation, guess what a man is going to do? Before I married my wife, I went to my leadership and said, hey, this is the sister that I'm interested in. I would like to get to know her. What are your thoughts? Do you approve of that? They said yes. Why? Because they had to protect their daughter. If I was not a man, if they knew me not to be walking in the commandments of God, they'd be like, no, you can't talk to that sister. Get yourself together.
Right.
Get a job, get a house, get a car, have some money stored up, show some works in the body, going out in the streets, teaching, doing what a man is supposed to be doing, then we'll allow you to talk to one of these women. You understand that? So a man, sis, is someone that is keeping the commandments of God.
Right.
So that means if a brother approaches you on the street, let's say you and the boyfriend you have right now break up, right? Which, I don't want to sound rude, but I'm going to be honest. I pray y'all do. Because he's not, unless he's keeping the commandments of God, and I already know he's not because he wouldn't be dealing with you if he was. That means that he's not a...
Why do you feel that way?
Because of what I just read a man in.
No, but why do you feel like he wouldn't deal with me if he was a man of God? What makes you feel that way?
Understand what I just said. He would not approach you knowing that he doesn't have himself together first according to the scriptures. It's not about that. What I'm saying is he keeping the commandments of God? Is he breaking the Sabbath day? Is he eating shrimp, crab, pork, lobster? Is he shaving his face? Is he walking around with fringes on his clothes?
No.
Because the Bible said a man of God is keeping the commandment. All of the things I just named are the things that men of God do. Go back to Sirach 37:12. Read that again. These are the things that the men of God do. That's why the Bible said, but be continually with a godly man. So I can look at that man and tell whether or not that man is of God based on the way that he's walking.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So I don't have to see him based on what you're telling me. I already know he's not moving correct. It's not. Now I know what you were wondering. You were wondering if I was throwing that at you. No, I'm putting that on the men.
How long y'all been together? How long y'all been together?
We've been together for 3 months so far.
3 months so far.
For 7 years.
For 7. Y'all having sex?
No, not yet.
Be honest. Be honest. What you mean not yet?
Not yet. I mean, eventually, I'm sure.
What's eventually when?
I don't know. There's no date plan for when you have sexual.
Before, let me ask you this, before or after marriage?
It depends if we're getting married or not.
Okay, so you only gonna have sex if you get married, right? Possibly. So there's a possibility that you won't, and then you'll end up pregnant again with a third child.
There's no guarantee that I can't have it.
There's no guarantee that. Trust me. There's no guarantee that. No, sis. So here's my thing, sis. Here's why I say that. Here's why I say that. It's because what the brother is talking about is we're trying to, with the word of God, not only bring you back to the knowledge of who you are, but we're raising the standard. The problem amongst black people ain't got no standards. So any nigga that say no. The reason I say that, hold on. The reason I say that is because you said I don't even know what a man is. So if you don't know what a man is, sis, you said you explicitly said I don't know what a man is, huh? That's the problem, sis. That's the problem. Don't you get something?
Listen, what I want to say is that I like to hear her side. I like to hear her side as well.
I already heard her side. Sis, I'm gonna let you speak. I'm just asking you a question. I'm asking you a question. Does the brother, sis, you can't do this, huh?
And he said he can just tell even without meeting him.
Who said that? Said he's okay.
Without meeting him, without saying anything to him, without speaking to him, without
Okay, cool. Gotcha. So let me, sis, you talked a lot, sis. So let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question based on that. Let me ask you a question based on that. Does the brother keep the Sabbath day? Just yes or no. Do you keep the Sabbath? When's the Sabbath day? When is the Sabbath day? Is my what day of the week is the Sabbath day? Is my question. Sunday. Based on what scripture? Who told you, sis? We having a dialogue. The brother said he want to hear your side. I'm asking questions to have. You answered my question. I asked you when the Sabbath day was. You said Sunday. I said, where did you get that from? Who told you? Who told you when the Sabbath was? Cause I don't need no dialogue, sis. Sis, I don't need no dialogue. Okay, what you want to tell me, sis? Go ahead. Go ahead, sis. What you want to tell me? All right. Here's the thing. When the sister said, the brother said, gave a criteria of a godly man, right? You heard that, my brother?
Yeah, I heard what you said, right?
Uh-huh.
In following that, right? Okay. What he said was, what is a man? And then he described what a godly man is, which is a man that follows the statutes of God, right? You know, I believe that there are two types of men. But she was explaining that a man may not know all of the men because we're here in America. So first of all, the society have been reduced to what we are, right? So what your brother doing right here is add the restoration of the way things are supposed to be, right? So, but in the definition of a man, right, and what he was explaining is a man that's following God's statute versus the other two types of men is a man that's living a corrupt life, or a man that's still humble and living life, he ain't committing any crime, but he's not exactly following the commandments. So that was he trying to get out of his explanation, but he didn't get to go that way
because that's the problem.
Didn't come out.
My brother, what's your name?
My name's Lonnie.
Lonnie,
Yeah.
Brother Lonnie. That's the problem. That's exactly what you just said, and what she said proved the point that black people ain't got no standards. We don't have no standard. There should be no question. There should be no question of what's a man. A man is someone that keeps God's commandments. Okay, well, what are God's commandments? Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. That's a standard. That can't be changed. There's no left or right. She said Sunday. She said the Sabbath day is Sunday. It can't prove it out of the Bible. So that means her man is gonna keep the Sabbath day on Sunday. Another sister's man or husband is gonna keep the Sabbath day on God's day, which is Friday sundown to Saturday sundown. So that means that there's a friction. There would be a conflict between those two. What a nation of people. You don't see the Chinese saying, no. Matter of fact, right now the Muslims are celebrating what? Ramadan. They celebrate. Thank you. They celebrate Ramadan.
Right.
You don't have one Muslim saying, "Oh, we gonna do our fast at night," and then another Muslim say, "Oh no, we're gonna do our fast in the evening," and then another one say, "We just gonna do 4 hours." Another one say, "We gonna do 8 hours." One of them say, we're going to do it for 2 days. Another one say, we're going to do it for the month. Why they don't do that? Why is it only amongst black people when you try to give black people a standard, then they want to kick, they say, well, God bless you for not being judgmental. You can't judge. Why?
Bring it out.
You said about 3 things there, right?
Okay.
The reason why she said that because, she was being over-talked. You don't have to agree with a person, but allow them to elaborate themselves. Allow them to elaborate. She didn't really get an opportunity to do that.
How much talking was that sister doing before I came up? We got all that information about her.
Responding to what he said.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, here's the thing. In a situation like this, right? All African Americans. That's just one of you. Right? They wasn't inducted into the fraternity or the, I'm not sure what to call it. Like,
Nation, race, nationality.
The nation, like religion. So a lot of us knew the way, but the society didn't raise things.
Right.
They didn't make that very important.
Right.
So therefore, a sister like her go through those type of things. And she was agreeing with what they said, but her.
No,
Hold on.
she wasn't combative for the
What I'm
most
saying,
part.
sir, what I'm saying, sir, that
She didn't. Go ahead.
what I'm saying, sir, her question became when his definition with a man. So what she was trying to say is that there are different types of men. Because a man cannot follow all of God's statutes and still not be out there committing crime. So what I'm saying, like for example, I don't claim any religion. Let me explain to you. Because see, I don't claim any religion, but I know about the other religions. I know about this right here too, and I know that God just doesn't want us to be sleeping with women and not being married. But in society, it's not very, it's not always what's on the forefront. So it happens, but it doesn't necessarily make the person a bad person.
No, yeah, it does. Because
But at the same time,
so I got, because I don't want to, let's just go point by point. So dealing with that first point, Corinthians 10, I'm gonna show you why we out here. We don't allow a whole lot. We'll let somebody get their point out for the most part, but we don't want to hear a whole lot outside of the scriptures.
Bring it out.
Because our people got a lot of imaginations in our brainstem that we learn from grandmama, granddaddy, the church. What's the chick name? Cardi B, Meg Thee Stallion. We don't want to hear that BS from our 5 people in a 15-minute discourse.
Right.
We ain't got that kind of time.
Verse 4. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds.
So what our job is to pull down strongholds. Those strongholds are those thoughts in our people's minds that have been given to them from slavery to Christianity to Islam and everything in between.
Right.
Our job, the reason why we on this corner right now, is to cast down the thoughts, the imaginations, the strongholds in our people's minds. One of those strongholds being white Jesus. That says exactly what this sister said. Every Christian I know said the same thing. You can't judge me. Thank you, brother, for not judging. Did we say you going to hell for what you doing? No. But we can say you're going to end up being a baby mama if you keep making the same decisions.
Right.
Whether you like that or not, it's not up. It don't matter. It's the truth. You're 2 in. To my kids. You're 2 kids in. And you made the same decision with them 2. Now you're on your 3rd one. Because I asked her a very easy question. Sex before or after marriage? Maybe. Well, I don't know. Well, damn, you ended up with 2 kids with the decision that you made to have sex before marriage with the 2. It ended up in an abusive relationship. So what's going to change with the 3rd? So I don't need to hear nobody get their point across. Come on.
Casting down imagination.
That's our job, is to cast down imaginations. Come on.
And every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of God.
Guess what? The Christian church exalts themselves against the knowledge of God.
Right.
Where can we find the knowledge of God, my brother? No, right here. If the knowledge of God was in us, no. If the knowledge, I like what you said. If the knowledge of God was in us, we would not be baby mamas every day. So no, the knowledge of God is not in us right now. We have to have men to teach us the knowledge of God, which can be found in the Bible. If the knowledge of God was in the black man, we wouldn't be baby mamas, we wouldn't be baby daddies.
Right.
If the knowledge of God was in the black woman, they wouldn't be baby mamas.
Right.
Case in point, what we just had right here. She didn't agree. She was nice.
This is the book of Jeremiah,
Mommy the one in Isaiah.
chapter 51 and verse 12. Set up the standard upon the walls of Babylon.
God said we're raising up the standard. We're setting up the standard amongst our people. That's what we're doing. We are setting up the standard. The standard is the Bible.
Right.
The standard is the commandments of God. Thou shalt not. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. You have sex with a sister, you marry her.
What is a nation? Nation is men leading by example.